Hi everybody, how's it going today? Thanks for watching another video. I'm in our calf barn here this morning. I actually replaced my camera here. First video with the new camera. It's the same camera but a new version. Was having some issues with the other camera with the audio. Had times when the audio wasn't working, which is very annoying when you film something and then Taryn goes to edit it and there's no audio. And also was having some issues with it freezing. I reset it and re-updated it a few times, but didn't really seem to fix the issue, so I decided to get a new camera. So you guys will have to let me know what you think, if it's any better or not. The old version is still available actually, so could potentially go back to the old version if this one's worse, but I doubt it's going to be worse. Just want to look at the calves here this morning. Already saw one setting I had to change, so just change that here quickly. Like I was just saying, haven't had many calves here the last few weeks. Just have a couple calves in here right now actually. A couple heifers here that were born. A couple heifers that were born the last couple days. But moved a lot of cows to our calving pen here the last couple weeks, so in theory we should be having quite a few calves here over the next few weeks. We have potentially a blizzard coming here the next couple days. They're saying a chance of a foot or more of snow tonight through Monday. It's Saturday here this morning. It's supposed to start snowing here tonight. Snow all day tomorrow. And then chance for snow Monday, but that's kind of changed to just wind by the looks of it right now for us here. But further south and east of us, they're projecting 18+ inches of snow. And into Minnesota actually even more than that, or the potential for more than that. That's kind of just east of southeast North Dakota. I think that's kind of the central of the blizzard that's coming. And this time of year there's a good chance it's going to be wet, heavy snow, so it could potentially be difficult conditions, especially out on the farm. We'll have to keep an eye on snow on the roof. I don't think it's going to be an issue here, but definitely for some farms out that direction could potentially be an issue. We'll see how it goes. It's actually kind of been pushing a little south and east as we've been getting closer to it, but we're still in the 90% chance of 8 inches or more, they're saying, and 50% chance of 12 inches or more, which, I mean, that really doesn't mean a whole lot yet right now, but we'll see how the storm develops, how the blizzard develops as we get through it. Going to make sure that our calves are all bedded up prior to this here in the calf barn, and also in our lean on where the group pens are. And we'll probably show you guys how things go here throughout the blizzard. Hopefully we can get milk delivered tomorrow, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how bad it gets tonight here. I'll probably go into the barn too. I just want to see how this camera does. Always have a little bit of trouble with this camera in our milking barns specifically. I don't know if it's because it's lighter up top where the lights are and then the cows are darker. It just doesn't want to seem to focus very good all the time, and it kind of looks a little darker on the screen too. I've messed with the settings several times, but I've never really found a good setting to put it on. Looks like we do need to put some straw in these pens here. They're starting to get, they're not wet, but they're starting to get there. These calves actually will be moved outside anytime, but we'll wait until this storm is passed for sure. So probably middle to end of next week we'll be moving these calves outside, because they are getting quite full in here. The pens are getting pretty full. It's the next morning here. We've gotten some snow so far, but not too bad. It is quite windy, so we've got some drifts on the west sides of the barns. On the east side here of this barn, no snow as you can see. I'm just gonna go through the barns and turn the thermostats all the way up on the bottom curtains because the curtains have been going up and down this morning here. It's not very cold today, about 22, 23 degrees Fahrenheit. So the barn curtains have been going open and closed, so we'll adjust those so that they stay closed, so we don't have a bunch of snow coming in the sides of the barns, or that we don't have trouble with them not being able to close if it gets colder and we get more snow. I don't think I've shown you guys this before, but we've got thermostats. So there's 3 curtains, but the top curtain is a 2-section, and we're able to regulate each of those individually. We just have the bottom curtain on thermostat. Usually we'll open the middle one up once we get further into spring, to April more than likely. Haven't gotten much snow yet by the looks of it, maybe a few inches, just blowing around a lot. The forecast has changed a little bit. I've been watching it last night and this morning. Snow's looks like it's going to stay more south and east of us. We're still in the 6+ range, 6+ inches range, but unlikely that we're going to get more than that, it looks like at this point. But still in southeastern North Dakota, into South Dakota and into Minnesota, they're still looking at 12+ or even 18+ inches in areas, which is quite a bit of snow to get here over the next day or so, it looks like. For us here, it's supposed to snow all day until about midnight or a little after midnight, and then it's really windy tomorrow, windy the next day, but at least it's not going to be snowing anymore at that point. We'll also go look at the calves in our lean-on where we have those group pens. I had the guys put some straw bales up against that curtain. If you guys have been watching for quite a while, you know that snow blows into that curtain when we get a lot of wind. So we'll see how much snow is blown inside here this morning. Both milk trucks loaded pretty early this morning. They were on the road by 5:30, 6 o'clock, both of them, it looked like. Roads are still in pretty good shape by looking at the road report. We'll see how they look here throughout the day and tomorrow. Hopefully they can go tomorrow too. And they have to pick up a load of mineral for the milking cows tomorrow, so hopefully they can go and get that, because we are getting quite low on mineral, just the way it worked out here this time around. About a foot of snow here or so on the west side of this barn. We'll peek in here and see how it looks. Looks like that worked pretty good. The calves are waiting for milk and water. They've kicked all their buckets out. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Not much for snow here all the way down, so looks like this worked out pretty good. My idea was we'll put these bales up here, and I knew we had to put straw in these pens here. They are getting a little wet. So my thinking was we put the bales here, block the snow, and then we can throw those bales in the pens right away. Looks like we should be able to do that here and keep the snow out of this area, but we'll probably have to come back then and put bales up again here for tonight. help keep some of that snow out of here. Probably not going to film a whole lot more here today. I'll wait till tomorrow, see what we get for snow here throughout the day and tonight. Hopefully not a whole lot more. We've had a pretty mild winter here so far, and I'd like to keep it going that way. It's the next morning here. We did have some snow blow in on this lean-to here, but really not too bad. Putting that straw against the curtain here definitely helped quite a bit. I think we'd like to put some kind of seal on that curtain to maybe improve this for next winter, but pretty happy having the calves inside here now and having no calves in the hutches. Don't have to worry about cleaning snow by the hutches and having to go out and feed calves in the snow. Really did not end up getting anywhere near the snow that we were forecast to get. If I had to guess, we maybe had around 4 inches of snow, which being forecast is 6 to 8 inches with the potential of 12 plus. I'll take 4 inches any day. Sounds like there was quite a bit more snow, and it's still snowing out into Minnesota, South Dakota, a little bit northeast corner of South Dakota, but I think for us the snow is pretty much done here. Chance of snow again next weekend, but we'll just have to see what comes out of that storm. Got a little bit of snow cleanup here to do this morning, but I don't think I'm going to film any of that. My plan was to do a snow movings kind of video, but really there wasn't enough snow to really do that. So we'll check the calves here, maybe walk through the close-up barn, calving barn, and then wrap this video up. I do want to go into our milking barn just to see how this camera does in that barn. Hopefully we've got a little bit of a more clear picture. We'll check that out with some high production cows going to and from the parlor here. Check on those cows and then wrap the video up, I think. Overall, pretty satisfied with how the calves are doing in these group pens here. I'll maybe do a follow-up video on these pens here in the next couple weeks. As you can see, we did get the bucket holders, so we are feeding milk in these buckets here now and water in these buckets to these calves. Actually, all these calves that are in here now were weaned. Just this last pen here was weaned here yesterday, just on water and calf starter here from this point on for these calves. We'll be moving calves in the heifer barn here this week. We'll make lists for that here after, or I'll make lists here today after I enter in the preg check of the heifers. And then we'll move heifers in the heifer barn, move a group of heifers from here to the heifer barn, and then we can move a line of heifers from our calf barn out into these group pens here. Be about 36 calves that'll be coming into these group pens here, and those will get milk once they're in here again. In the center of the barn here now, I was just on the far side there, that's where those calves are. These are all cows and heifers that are within 3-4 weeks of calving. Hey girl. Just relaxing. And we've got 40 cows coming in to this barn here again this week. About 30 cows going dry this week. Kind of haven't had a lot of cows calving here the last couple weeks, but here going forward, going to start calving a little bit more heavy, and that's going to continue pretty much all the way through summer. Been kind of slow calving here the last couple months. Just the way it turned out with the way we got cows pregnant here last summer, I suppose. Then you catch back up, and then you end up having more calvings at a certain time of the year, which is okay. I'd rather have more cows calving during the summer months than the winter months. Just outside the calf barn here, we've been moving snow here this morning. We do have some drifting on the west side of the barns, a 2-foot drift there. But as you can see, overall, really not a whole lot of snow out here. It is still supposed to be pretty windy here today and tomorrow, but we're not really supposed to get much more snow, so whatever snow is going to be blowing around is just snow that fell here the last couple days. The milking barn here now. A couple of high production pens here. Be first, second lactation, some second and third lactation on this side. These cows have been to the parlor already this morning. They'll be getting a load of feed here within about 20 minutes or so, being mixed at the moment. I think these two pens, I think this pen here is averaging around 100 pounds at the moment. And these girls here on this side, they're just coming back from the parlor here, I see. I think they're around 85 pounds or so. I'd have to look to give an exact number, but components, I think for both these pens, pretty similar. About a 4.3 fat, 3.3 protein, right around there. Doing pretty good overall. Butterfat's been down a little here the last month or so. And protein has come up just a touch, which is a little odd, but overall pretty happy with how the cows are doing health-wise and production-wise. Guys are doing crack check down in those two pens, so those would be all first, second lactation on either side of that feed alley. They've been fed already this morning. A lot of third lactation cows in this pen with some second mixed in. This is the second highest producing pen on the farm currently. It's one pen in our south barn. That's averaging around 105 pounds with similar components at the moment. But that pen would be all some third lactation, but mainly fourth lactation plus. Hey girl, how you doing? Don't really have much else for this video. If you guys have questions, comments, post them down below. If there's something you guys would like to see me film, put it in the comments and I'll consider making a video about it. Still have some time here before spring work really starts, so have time to get some more videos in of the cows or things in the barns. If you guys are interested in seeing something, let me know. I appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video.